Hi everyone. My name is Joe Akinde. Everyone calls me ID. Season 4, oh dear, episode 4, season 3. In this episode, we'll be discussing another principle for helping us think more optimally about how to design the solutions that we are imagining in response to the problems we've identified in the lives of our customers. And similar to the last one that we discussed in episode 3 of this season 3, the rule of one, this particular principle is called the T-shaped solution design. So this is something that is just useful to keep in mind whenever you're thinking about designing a solution. What is the T-shaped solution design? I can't wait to show you, and I'm sure you can't wait to get my face out of your face, so in 1990, oh dear, is that 94? I think that was 94. In 1994, when Sergey Brin and Larry Page founded Google, well, they hadn't yet founded Google, but when they launched the first edition, the first version of the Google search engine. Looking in hindsight, it looks like a genius move. But back then, Google was not the first search engine. If you were active on the internet or in the digital space back then, you knew that there were already many search engines before that time. But there was something different about the strategy that Google had in mind, okay? Google envisioned that, okay, today, in the short term, we want to help people aggregate, organize, index, essentially, index all the information on the internet, and then serve it back to them, in a more organized, streamlined, possibly filtered in some cases manner, right? Something, a sensible manner. So, and that's the search, right? That's the search service, Google search service or algorithm or product. But what was not obvious to the general public or, to most other people was that this was a highly thought out strategy. This was a highly deliberated upon strategy. And this was something that is today the most popular example, for demonstrating what is called the T-shaped solution design. What I mean by that is, in hindsight, it's an absolute genius move to have done search first. Because today, if you go to Google website, you will see that Google has maybe 40 or upwards of 40 products, right, that they run today, from maps to docs to slides to sheets to YouTube, all sorts of products, right? But if you think about it, all those products use search. So T-shaped solution design says, in addition to everything else that we've discussed, rule of one, one-to-one pain mapping, everything that we've discussed, you want to make sure that when you are designing a solution, you are mindful. Now, you may not necessarily be a software engineering whiz or a software architect, right? But at least you can logically imagine the relationship between one particular element, one particular component of your solution, and all the other elements, all the other sibling elements, sibling components of that solution. So if you take the search, for instance, right? Search was the first product released by Google, and today called Alphabet, right? And over the years, we have seen Google release product after product that integrates search in their daily usage. Today, it's probably not possible to imagine using Google Chrome browser, without the search bar, either in the middle of the homepage or at the top of your address bar when you open a new tab, right? So search has been integrated into Google Chrome, the browser. Put another way, the search product, in addition to being a product on its own, now serves as an enhancement to the browser product, number one. The search product, number two, in addition to being a product on its own, in its own right, deserving an award-winning deserving product on its own, the search product, the Google search product, now enhances the Gmail product. Okay, so when you're in Gmail, you can search for all sorts of things, and it's using the same algorithm. Same thing with Google Maps, same thing with Google Sheets, same thing with Google Slides, same thing with Google Translate, right? Same thing with YouTube, and so many more. So this is a very useful principle to keep in mind when you are. So think about all these things that we've described in this particular season, right? All these methods that we've described as kind of like techniques for bolting down, for tightening the screws or the nuts, right? Yeah, screws and nuts on your solution, before you invest so much into building that solution and launching it into the market. So T-shaped solution design, imagine that in this particular case, Google search, well, maybe not Google search, Google Sheets or Google Slides had been developed, right, as one of the first, as the first product. And then later on, while building the other products, they discovered, oh, we need search, and then decided to do re-architecting, remarketing, and relaunching certain products. This is the value of the T-shaped solution design. So with T-shaped solution design, you try to give some thought in the early days to what should be our beachhead strategy, what should be our entry point strategy. Google executed it flawlessly with the search product. There are many more examples as well, but this I believe is a good enough example for demonstrating this principle. And that, in a nutshell, is all I have on this particular slide, on this particular principle in this particular video. Thank you for tolerating my hallucinations. This is the T-shaped solution design. I'll see you on the next one.